Piper Alpha was a large oil production platform which accounted for approximately 10% of North Sea oil and gas production. It was stationed approximately 176 kilometers out from the city of Aberdeen, Scotland, and stood 230 meters above sea level. The platform began production in 1976, first as an oil platform and then later converted to gas production. It produced oil, gas, and condensate to shore and was linked to two other platforms by both oil and gas pipelines. The operation of Piper Alpha was done by Occidental Petroleum Limited. Occidental Petroleum Corporation, Oxy, founded in 1920, is an American Houston-based oil and gas exploration and production company with operations in the United States, the Middle East region, and South America. Oxy is one of the largest oil producers in Texas and has additional operations in North Dakota, Colorado, and New Mexico. The company's nickname began in 1964 in reference to Occidental's NYSE stock ticker, Oxy. Oxy is one of the largest U.S. oil and gas companies based on 2014 year-end equity market capitalization. As of 2015, the company has more than 40,000 employees and contractors worldwide. Oxy's role in oil and natural gas exploration and production, to which they have pledged a commitment to responsibility, has also been a source of criticism. The company states that it is committed to respecting the environment, protecting safety, and upholding high standards of social responsibility through its worldwide operations. Critics, however, have raised concerns about Occidental's historical operations in these areas. Oxy's subsidiaries include wholly owned chemical manufacturers, Occidental Chemical Corporation, OxyChem, Oxyvinyls, and Indispec Chemical Corporation. Oxy indirectly owns Armad Products companies with Church and Dwight Corporation. On Wednesday, the 6th of July, 1988, at approximately 10 p.m., Occidental Petroleum Corporation and the entire oil and gas economy experienced the biggest disaster of the 20th century.
An explosion and the resulting oil, gas fires destroyed Piper Alpha, killing 167 men, including 2 crewmen of a rescue vessel. Sad to say, there were only 61 survivors. It all began simply with 2 maintenance crewmen conducting authorized scheduled routine checks. Within those checks, they removed Pump A's pressure safety valve, which was labeled PSV number 504, I believe, for routine maintenance and recertification. The open condensate pipeline was temporarily sealed with a disc cover, which was a flat metal disc, also called in industry a blind flange. Right? Because the work could not have been completed at the end of their shift, the disc cover remained in place. Right? And this disc cover, bear you in mind, was only hand tightened. The on-duty engineer filled out a permit which stated that Pump A was not ready and must not be switched on under any circumstances. The removal of the valve wasn't considered a problem due to the fact that the workmen knew to themselves that Pump A was shut down. So as the night shift started, the engineer found the on-duty custodian to be busy, thus neglecting to inform him of the condition of the pump A. So instead he placed the permit in the control center and left. This permit disappeared and was never found. But coincidentally, there was another permit issued for the general overhaul and pump A that had not yet begun. Later that night, an alarm went off identifying that condensate pump B was stripped. This, however, was deemed a major problem since the liquid condensate was unable to be pumped in to the land platform. The lead operator therefore went to the pump room to try and rectify and alleviate the problem, and together with the production crew, they attempted to restart pump B on various occasions, but they were unsuccessful. This resulted in the Piper Alpha continuing to produce more liquid condensate and filling those storage tanks that they have. This situation applied a lot of pressure on the workmen because it could have led to stopping the rig production of oil. And the crew was committed to go to any lengths to avoid such thing from happening. Due to the pump A being unavailable, at the time the lead operator checked the permit to work document, which is also called a PTW, confirmed the maintenance to the pump was not conducted. So he then signed the pump A back into service to replace the broken pump. The broken pump. The problem was solved temporarily, however, but later on that night, alarms began signaling again, illustrating a gas leak on the deck above the pumps. The alarm was silenced by the control room operator when he then informed the lead operator. The situation escalated as more alarms continued to activate in quick succession, signaling for more gas leaks. The escaping gas found an ignition point and an explosion rocked the rig in a great magnitude. At this time of the disaster, the platform and the accident was the worst offshore oil disaster in the terms of lives lost and the industrial impact.
What happens now? What happens to the company after this disaster, the demise of Piper Alpha? How does Occidental move forward in this perilous and challenging time?
Occidental Petroleum Corporation left the North Sea the following year. This reduced the amount of oil harvested by the company. This resulted in a decline in profit, which in turn led to them being a much smaller company. Also, there was a controversy whether
the culture within the organization contributed to the Piper Alpha disaster event.
Occidental Petroleum had a flawed permit-to-work system. Lack of communication between employees was evident, as the maintenance crew working on the pump were not aware that the blind flange on the condensate line was only hand-tight. Operations wanted to stop production, but the supervisor, the offshore installation manager, didn't have full permission to do so. This showed that production was more important than safety.
The value system of the engineers was another contributor to the Piper Alpha disaster.
Occidental Petroleum valued the shareholders' interests more than they did safety. The values of the workers were not strong, as their decisions were easily influenced. We can prove this in the case where the operator of one of the sister rigs recommended to shut down, but was denied by the supervisor. The sister platform continued to pump gas into the Piper platform, thus adding fuel to the disaster. The objective of the workers was to focus their efforts to keep the rig fully operational, thereby continuously producing oil and gas, hence maximizing profit.
What could have been done differently? This could have been done by improving the permit to work system and by encouraging better communication between workers. Having records of jobs together and not separated by areas is another aspect that could have prevented this disaster. It was seen from investigations that professionalism, ethics, values, and safety on the platform were needed and are needed, should be enforced. The use of fireproof materials that could withstand and contain the force of blast from Module C is an aspect that should definitely be considered. Properly training the crew members in what to do and how to react in an emergency, and instilling better leadership to process information and make decisive decisions necessary to organize the evacuation of all the crew members was noticed to be deficient. I believe it may impact each of us in different ways, right? Because at the end of the day, we are all individuals, so we may be impacted in the same way, whereas we may not be impacted in the same way, right? So with respect to me, I was impacted in a way that it kind of reinforced, or it showed me the importance of certain things that I did on work, because I was never in a disaster. So it has certain precautions that I've learned on work to take, and I've not really understood the need for it by going in depth in this Piper Alpha disaster.
Okay, well, for me, it left a bit of sadness to me because it just goes to show that simple chain of miscalculated events or mistakes could have such great consequences. You know, so many lives were lost, and it's just because of simple procedures that weren't followed and that weren't implemented the way it should have been. So it impacted me in that way, and it also gave me more awareness of the importance of values and ethics, you know, in the job and work site, so that these types of disasters could be avoided.
Well, for me, reflecting on the value system of the decision makers in that whole scenario, and seeing how it impacted on the entire event, you know, it made me think about myself and evaluating myself in terms of my value system, so that when I make decisions, the outcome could be something positive, and it could be based on the values that I set for myself and not values according to somebody else's standard.
Nice working with you guys.
Same here.
Great investigation.
Well done.
Well done. Project is finished.